Please find here some explanations and instructions on how to construct the Earth with correct projections and shader nodes for the surface, atmosphere, and clouds in Blender. Here are 3 possible sphere types of how you can represent a planet in Blender. They are almost equivalent, except for the UV sphere, which has one drawback. The sun glint is not uniform and shows ray beams between the wireframe of the UV sphere poles. The icosphere has no sun glint problems. And also okay for the modified cube. Now, what is the correct projection for a rectangular image texture map on a sphere? If you use a flat projection, then you get the pole pinching problem or other unwanted results. Here the pole pinching problem on the UV sphere. You see it better with the wireframe enabled. Also a projection problem on the icosphere. And also not okay for the modified cube. Here the correct sphere projection in the shader nodes. Now let's see how the Earth can look like with shader nodes for surface, atmosphere, and clouds. Or with the ISS in orbit. Here the shader nodes for the surface. Have a look to the texture coordinate using the generated as input for all the image texture nodes. Most of the nodes also have a colored frame with a description so that is clear what each node does. Here the atmosphere group shader node. Please note that when the planet size will be changed, then also the object dimensions have to be changed here accordingly. If you click on the group details button, which has here a green circle around, then you can see the details of the atmosphere group. Please note that many of the nodes are scaled with the radius of the planet. Of course, you can tweak here more on the details to get your wished atmosphere behavior. For the atmosphere, one has to define also some geometry nodes to normalize the vertices. You can reduce the number of clouds when you use a color space of sRGB. For full number of clouds, use non-color. A fine-tuning can be done with the RGB curves. Optionally, you can enable the so-called green airglow, which is a green ring around the Earth, usually seen on the night side only. Other airglow colors are also possible. Have a look to Wikipedia. The following render options were used. Finally, a small tour around the Earth.